Okay then. Well, I just completed the series in which I showed you guys how to tumble and turn blocks, and I'm about to do another video where I do an actual drawing using that ability, but I realized I never really told you guys how to make one of these. I mean, yeah, I explained the concept, but not how to actually make one. Well, it's super duper easy. First off, I just got this from the 99-cent store. It's just poster board. You can get them, anywhere. And so that's easy enough. And what it's based on, what this circle is based on, is just a regular old piece of legal sized paper. So, we've just been using copy paper for this. And this happens to be 8.5 by 14, right? So just a little bit bigger than that 8.5 by 11 size that you're probably used to. Anywho, and so all you have to do is to divide the paper like this, right? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then divide it in half. So each one of these is like, a section. And then all you have to do is add a section. So for example, here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections plus 1 plus 1. 7 sections, but whatever, plus 1, right? So that's really super duper easy. So then what I've done is I've got a piece of cardboard right here underneath, and that's just going to allow me to stick a pin into the center of it, finding the center, whatever, right? And then, so I've got here a little piece of paper, just a folded up ruler with the marks on it. And I've made a hole here at 5 and a hole here at 7. In other words, there was 5 across here, 7 across here, right? And at the 1/2 point. Okay. So then I'm just going to go ahead and I would stick this in and turn it around the center. Let me start with a new one so you can really see that. Okay, so here's a new poster board. You can see I've drawn it out ahead of time, but here it is with the pin in the center, and then I just take something like this marker here, but I'm using the marker just so that you guys can see it real well. You could just take pencil like I've got it here originally and just take and go around the circle like this, making a compass, so to speak, right? So there's my inner circle, right? Plus 1 would give me my outer circle. Then I could just use a ruler to find my straight lines here. So for instance, just got the ruler here. Mark it off. So forth and so on until I've got all my lines drawn and I've got my two squares, one inner and one outer, that correspond with the inner circle and the outer circle. And it's ready to use. You might say to yourself, well, that's fine for a rather small canvas, a rather small piece of paper. It's only 8.5 by 14 after all. Well, that's true. But if you think about it, you could do something like this here, where you could put a much larger one up on a wall, let's say, just drawing it up on a wall. And you could even use a string instead of a ruler if you needed to get a straight edge that was just way too long, right? So anyways, I have found it to be super duper useful. So there you go.